Hello, and welcome to Historical Humans Reads, where we take primary sources and bring them to your screen. I'm Colum Coleman, and today we are reading from a 12th century moral guide composed by the Sybil of the Rhine, one of the Middle Ages' few female intellectuals. It is, of course, the Liber Vitae Meritorum, or the Book of Life's Merits, by Hildegard of Bingen. Now regarded as a Catholic saint, Hildegard was an abbess who spent much of her time as a composer, philosopher, and medical writer. The Book of Life's Merits is the second volume of theology written by Hildegard. It explores morality through a series of confrontations between vices and virtues that are often accompanied by descriptions of odd or grotesque visions that personify the vices. Today, we'll be reading the words of slothfulness and the response of divine victory from the Book of Life's Merits by Hildegard von Bingen. With that, let's begin. The fifth image had a human head, except that its left ear was a hare's ear, and this ear was so large that it covered the whole head. The rest of its body was like that of a worm, without any bones. The worm twisted in its hole just as an infant squirms in its clothes. It spoke with a trembling voice. I do not want to injure anyone by rushing, because then I would be banished, and would weep without any consolation from anyone. For if I injure anyone, I will not have any friends. Instead, I will give praise to the noble and the wealthy. I will not pay any attention to the holy and the poor, since they cannot benefit me in any way. I want to be pleasant to everyone so that I do not suffer. For if I fight with someone, they might hit me back with force. And if I injure someone, they might injure me more. As long as I am alive, I will remain quiet. Likewise, it is sometimes better to lie and deceive than it is to speak the truth. It is also better for me to gather possessions than it is to do away with them. It is better to run away from the strong than to fight them. Who would win? I might start something I could not finish. The victorious and the wise, however, mock me, but they have only what comes to them. I, however, choose my own house. For those who speak the truth often let good things get away. Those who fight sometimes are killed. From the same cloud again, I heard a voice answering this image. You begin to go astray when you spoke your first lie against God. You did not want to stay close to justice. You have wandered into exile, since your not having any good intentions has deceived people. You are not honest. I, however, hold the sword of God's strongest virtues and can cut out every injustice. I will strike you in the jaw with my sword. I will harden my heart against you, because you are as dust. I will make sure that whatever you want to gather to yourself is not much. For I do not want to live my life in this din. I do not want to have anything to do with the emptiness of the world's vanity. I, however, want to arrive at the leaping fountain, for I fight against the devil, and I destroy all his spoils with the mysteries of God's scriptures. I will always fight the devil with the scriptures. For that reason, I will always dwell with the true God. The sixth image had a man's face, except that its mouth was like a scorpion's, and its eyes were so distorted that their whites were larger than the pupils. Its arms were those of a human, but its hands were gnarled and had long ringer nails. Its chest, front and back, was like a crab's. Its shins were like those of locusts, and its feet were like that of a viper's. It was tangled up inside a turning wheel, so that it held onto the top rim with its hands and the bottom with its feet. It had no hair on its head and was naked as it billowed fiery words from its mouth. This has been an excerpt from the Book of Life Merits on Historical Humans Reads. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear more excerpts from original texts, please subscribe to be notified of the next one. If there is a work you'd like to hear, be sure to like this video and leave a comment listing it below. Thank you for listening.